Welcome to the Weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. So let's take a look at this week's graph. Chicago had 11 homicides this week, bringing their total to 338 on the year. Philadelphia had 16 homicides, marking their third worst week this year. They have 290 on the year and are closing in on matching the record-breaking year last year. Baltimore reported 7 homicides this week, which is about normal for them. They're averaging about 1 homicide a day this year. The St. Louis area had at least 2 murders, bringing their total to 172. Milwaukee reported 10 homicides, which marks the second worst week all year, and they're 34 murders higher than they were at this time last year. Washington, D.C. added 4 homicides and now sits at 113 on the year. For perspective, they were at 99 this time last year. There were 13 mass shootings last week. I covered a few of them. Chicago accounted for 2 by themselves. The mass shootings led to the deaths of 6 and injuries to 54 others. 5 children under the age of 11 and 32 aged 12 to 17 were shot and killed last week. Both of those numbers are around the weekly average, with the teenagers being slightly higher. There were 21 defensive use of a firearm incidents reported. I covered a couple of them. That number is right at the weekly average. On to the murder-suicides. Now these are just the ones done with a gun. We were at 376 for the year, and that's an increase of 21 from last week, which is much higher than the weekly average this year. Some other videos I posted this week you might want to check out. This one is 3 women in New York who destroy a restaurant because they wanted extra sauce and the employee told them it would cost them $1.75. In this video, 7 teens killed a 72-year-old man by beating him to death with a traffic cone. Well, that's all I got for you today, but I'll be back next week with week 29 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.